afternoon here, and we're getting ready for the men's hammer competition. We spoke about yesterday that perhaps there was some relief that the light rain that was forecast didn't arrive, and so the conditions were much better, particularly for the pole vaulters, who we saw at the Gateshead Diamond League last weekend were struggling a little with their grip and were holding umbrellas for each other. In terms of the hammer throwers, they've got the gear on at the moment to keep them dry. That's the case for Pavel Fideck, the home favourite of course, four-time world champion. Chris Bennett of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, two times represented Scotland at the Commonwealth Games. Quentin Bijot of France, new lifetime best this year, 78.99. Ruben Antunes also improved, over 71 metres for the Portuguese. Tristan Schwantke in Hasloch last weekend, he got a 2.7 metre PB. More on that in a moment. Javier Cienfuegos is the Spanish national record holder. Simone Faloni has competed at 2 European Championships. And those are your 7 men who will line up in the hammer. It was actually the first event of yesterday morning, and that was won by Tavernier of France. It's the second time that she has won the European Team Championships consecutively. In fact, beating a strong Polish athlete both times in the process, Malwina Kopron, to take maximum points for her country. As Phil mentioned, in the standings though, Poland some way clear of France. And the very first action of the second day, in terms of winning the competition overall, it could come down to the final events, the 4x400 metre relays. So Pavel Fideck was a little disappointing at the European Throwing Cup in Croatia recently, only 74 metres for fourth. But he is the only one of these men who's thrown over 80 metres, so certainly the favourites. It was actually Wojciech Nowicki, his compatriot, who competed in Bydgoszcz 2 years ago and won these European teams. But Fideck won the previous 3 editions. And we've got the fire again as the athletes throw. Tricky conditions, of course. It means the floor of the cage that he's throwing from is damp. So between 75 and 80 metres with the opening throw from Pavel Fideck, 10th all time with a lifetime best of 83.93. And he pops more layers straight back on, 76.90 for the Polish athletes. I'm no surprise that some using towels to try and just dry the circle. Chris Bennett of Great Britain will be next in. And doesn't want it to be too slippery, quite dangerous as well, because you've got to build that rotational acceleration by turning through the circle, building speed as you go. And it's important to be in control as best as possible, and it's not easy in these conditions. Of course, it's the same for all 7 athletes. And all 7 will get 3 throws, and then the last round, the 4th throw will go to the top 4 athletes, a chance for them to move up the standings and improve. So Chris Bennett, 75 this year, 75 metres. The Scottish Athletics Spring Throws International, and he's close to 70 here. performed really well at the European Throwing Cup. And Croatia was second, in fact, behind Eşref Apak of Turkey, the 2004 Olympic medalist. A nice close-up of his feet showing his turns through the circle there. So 68.75 for Bennett. Bijou of France. 78.99 last weekend. One of a number of these throwers to compete in Andújar in Spain.
Well, something of a contrast of conditions to Andújar last weekend. It was absolutely bone dry there, and it was a wonderful competition, of course. That was where Fideck threw the European lead of 81.62. And Bijou got that personal best.
Yeah, his previous best had been from 2014, 78.58. Looked a little off balance there, but still well over 70 metres for the Frenchman. Second at the World Championships in Doha behind Fideck. As we have a look through the netting. $73.26, so a strong opening from the Frenchman. And Schwandke of Germany, the national champion the last 2 years, 76.71 last weekend. So it was a big weekend for some of these hammer throwers, and well, naturally a number of them were at Andújar. Not a huge amount of top level hammer competitions, of course, and also means they know each other quite well, used to this type of competition, and their rivals. So Schwandke won the Group B contest at the European Throwing Cup, 71.93, third place so far. Pavel Fideck opened up the competition with 76.90. Here he is now, with the rain having stopped, it appears. Still that circle looking ever so slightly slippery. And this is a man who's won the world title 4 times. Pavel Fideck, top 10 all time. So if anyone can deal with the splashing you see there is still quite a bit of water in that circle. And it would be him. The green mark there on the field showing his lead. He's gone further than that. And as we saw, the throw is 79.64 for Pavel Fideck. Back to Fideck, his third round effort now. As he watches on. And that is a fantastic throw from Pavel Fideck, close to the 85-metre line. So in damp conditions here, the circle will dry out a little bit as the athletes use it more and more, with the rain no longer coming down. But just look at the splashing there. So the 4-time world champion, top 10 all time. Just what is this measurement here? 82.98 for Fideck. One of his best ever throws. Incredible stuff in damp conditions. It's a championship record as well.
And a world lead. That tops Rudy Winkler of the USA's marks from earlier this year.
Following that championship record from Pavel Fideck, 82.98, and the water still being blown out of the circle. I have to look out my window just in case to see someone was mowing their lawn, but that's the noise that you can hear. Schwandke now in the hammer with his third round effort, so he's improved through his series so far. Great acceleration as he turned there, and so the red mark is 4th place, and that would give him 1 extra throw. The release like that looks effortless when the technique gets right. Still being covered in water, his shoes there. So Fideck 72.98 at this point. Cienfuegos, the Spanish national record holder, in 2nd with 76.98. It's improved on his season's best by 11 centimetres. 79.38 his furthest throw, the man who was 7th at the World Championships in Doha. Really went for it. How does he feel about that one? Again, it's another that's off to the left-hand side. So Cienfuegos already guaranteed a last round effort. Just one more thrower to come in this round, Filone of Italy, who's only managed 72 metres and 4. If nothing else, he'll come away with a season's best, as you can see. Usual being 3rd spot, perhaps a chance for him to improve with the final throw. Filone now of Italy, 76.33, his new furthest ever throw. Can he get closer to that to lift himself up the standings? Much closer to that red mark that's 4th place. The spot currently held by Chris Bennett of Great Britain, 72.73. .72.25, so just outside the top 4 for a chance of another throw. And in a few moments' time, we'll see those 4 athletes. Yes, so one last throw for the top 4 athletes, representing Poland, Spain, France, and Great Britain. So Bijot of France, you can see there, he's improved throughout his series, always the mark of a good competition. Just the 4 throws for him. And marks 1 and 2 there, the blue lines on the field. So he may well have improved past Cienfuegos. Let's wait for this measurement to come up. So he needs 76.98. It's very close to that, 76.75. So Cienfuegos just hangs on. A moment before that, Chris Bennett of Great Britain threw 72.73, a decent throw, but didn't lift him up the standings. Excuse me, he threw 74.09, which was an improvement. So he improved throughout all of his 4 throws. Cienfuegos, he improved with his first 2. And then the 3rd and no throw. Damp conditions look to be drying out slightly. Plenty of splashing there. Gives it everything. Cienfuegos, the Spanish record holder. And it would be a huge lifetime best, of course, to challenge Fideck, who, just looking at my computer, has retired from the competition, so he won't take a final throw. Very happy, though, with his world lead. 82.98 in championship record. He'll take maximum points for Poland. And incidentally, 77.50 is the Olympic qualifying mark. Big season's best 77.11 for Cienfuegos.